Okay, alright. Booting up the game. I suppose I should log on to my other account as well. And maybe actually finally start AFKing some content on there. It's been a little while since we multi-logged. Took a break from it, but let's get to it. Logging in for another day, and I may have started out a few intros like this here at the trusty Whiteberry Bush just outside of the RD Monastery. If you're an Ironman, you must be very familiar with this place. But yeah, we're going to grab some whiteberries. Not that I'm in very short supply of those. We're going to head to our farming guild and do the contract. And then we're going to make our way back to where we left off. And that is Araxor. Hmm. Looks like we had a snape grass contract. Feeling a little lazy right now, so I can't really be bothered to do the super compost. So I'll just leave that for another time. What we are going to do, though, is a birdhouse run on my other account. You know what? I'll just throw up the little POV real quick. Actually, that's probably the wrong one. There we go. Yeah, we're going to try to multitask here. I'm going to do a birdhouse run on this other account while I work on this farming contract. I got a farming contract to do on 416 Hero as well, but I honestly can't really be bothered right now. Okay, so that's one contract, and we even replanted the snape grass. Potato cacti as our next contract. Potato cactus. Yes, I would like to clear the cactus. Okay, since we're going to be mostly doing our Raxor today on, wait for it, we're not going to really have any, what am I trying to say here? We're not going to do any wildy tasks, so we're not going to need 416 Euro to be a scout. So what I can do is actually gear it up in the rogue's outfit, and we can go do some Varlamore thieving. Oh, let's do a birdhouse birdhouse run on on main. I'm getting all mixed up here now. Logging back into two accounts. Confusing. Oh, he got the sub one. By 8 seconds. Wow, I logged on just in time to see that. He's crazy. Logged in just in time to see that. Okay, so that's done. Yo, how's it going? We just logged on. It's only been a couple of minutes, I think. So we're just doing our typical Ironman things. And I'm actually on both of my accounts right now. So it's been a while since I did that. I'm just trying to figure out, trying to juggle some stuff. I think I'm gonna need some food. Well, actually, no. We can just POH teleport when we're low. Okay, so right now we are on our 50 defense account. Let's go get set up. Actually, an HPK probably would have been good. All right. You know what? Let's also hit the... Nah, let's just have a clean inventory. All right. Been playing for a couple of days, so I've been grinding a bit. Nice. How's that going for you? As I get geared up for a Raxor back on, wait for it. Here I am back on 416 Hero. It's been a couple of, well, weeks, and a couple of episodes, couple of videos for us since we've really been on this account other than to use it as a wilderness scout. But yeah, I think I'm finally ready to start making some progress on this account again after taking a bit of a break. What I'm going to be working on while I'm at Araxor on the other account is I'm going to be doing some thieving here at Varlamore. It's going to be very low intensity, borderline AFK, so yeah, let's get started on that. Decent, I would say, free to play right now. Okay. Are you planning on like a lot of people like to do is they like to do all the free to play quests first, and then they look like they and then they think about membership and look into it. Okay, that's a yap a little bit there, but let me gear properly with my pretty much max melee setup here. No, something doesn't look right. Oh, we're missing 2 Quran ones, I suppose. I think I'm also on the wrong spellbook. I definitely have the wrong runes right now. Let's go to the POH. Actually, I want to ask you something. I was wondering if I could edit your videos for you for a bond. I don't know about that, man, to be honest, because I have, like, I'm already, like, pretty far ahead on my videos. And actually, I need a bond myself. I'm running out of membership. Did that with Amethyst Arrows and Camping Deadeye. Jeez, like a sub 1 hour Inferno, not even using, like, the actual best in slot? Crazy. What was I doing? Oh, spellbook swapping to Arceus. Alright, Oh, I haven't got any house keys yet. Okay, we have 416 heroes set up to pickpocket some house keys at Varlamore, and here on Wait For It, we've geared up heading back to Araxor. Let's take a look at our collection log real quick. Araxor, we're up to 941 KC now, and by the time we're done with this task, we'll easily be over 1000 KC, probably even over 1100. We still have 159, it looks like, left on task. Let's see if we can get ourselves at least the second Noxious Halberd piece. We're definitely overdue for that. Extended Anti-Venom. Pot up. Let's also make sure the Surge Pot. First KC of the day. How are we gonna do? Oh, that's scary. Oh, we're fine. A little spooky right there. A little spooky. Good DPS right now, though. Oh, we're in enrage phase. Duh. One more swing. I felt like a fast first KC 110. It's not incredibly fast. Not slow either, though. There is a new announcement. Oh, okay, it's not actually new. In the Discord. Clans got their own Discord and stuff. Sometimes stuff gets posted in there. I don't know how interested people are seeing the multi-logging here, as I'm just Varlamore thieving, but I mean, if anybody has any input on that, let me know. I just resummoned my thrall. Oops. Let's get that charge up and running at all times. I'm so glad to be doing this Araxor grind. Been waiting for it, honestly. Some teleports, these things are worth a decent amount. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill over here until it does that little attack. There we go. Resummon or Thrall. And that 56 max hit splat. So good. One more swing. There we go. 40 red spider eggs. That's actually a really nice drop. Oh, our surge pot is now available. Let's use it. Another KC. Going relatively smoothly so far. Honestly, much better than yesterday, because yesterday we were just, I don't know, all over the place. Resummon our Thrall. So this is the one where we can ignore the green Araxite, I suppose. I do believe this red spider egg's gonna pop soon. There we go. Oh my goodness, a max claw. 70 U-logs. I don't think we really have use for that. Maybe like arrow shafts or something if it comes down to it, but we also have a ton of redwood logs. Oh, we're gonna get hit here. Resummon our Thrall. We got Death Charge going once again. I wonder if we can get a supply drop on this trip. Yeah, we're gonna be standing over here now, same thing as last time, to get this red spider to proc. There we go. Step back here. Yeah, pretty much this entire time we're still safe spotted from that first green Araxite. Just like that. Very nice. And this entire time, we're also getting some thieving EXP. We've gained 10k thieving EXP already just on the side, which is fantastic. Oh, I'm getting easy clues from pickpocketing these wealthy citizens in Varlamore as well. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that when it does one rotation, it has a tendency to do the same one again. Oh, okay, I messed up on this one. I messed up on this one. I lured it too far over, so now it's like not in the correct positioning. Oh, oh wow! I'm very surprised I avoided damage there. I am gonna now deal with that green Araxite though. I was under the impression I guess I search potted immediately afterwards. So. Alright, now that we're not hiding from anything, we have freedom to just dodge anywhere we like, really? One more hit, perhaps? Yeah, without fail, every time I say one more hit, I usually end up hitting a incredibly small number. Alright, wrapping up our first trip, last KC, we get 2 magic seeds. Wow, that's actually pretty huge. We've been burning up a lot of magic seeds, magic saplings, getting 416 here to 99 farming. So yeah, that's first trip right there. Not too shabby. Some rune plate legs, U-logs, a lot of farming related things actually, a lot of resources. And over on 416 Hero. The thieving is going pretty great. I'm only doing the AFK portion of it, as in it will auto pickpocket for you for, I don't know what the exact duration is, maybe about 30 seconds to a minute. Actually, that probably sounds like too long. Probably a lot less than that. But the point is, there is a window of time where you can just click on these wealthy citizens one time without being interrupted and you pickpocket. Because these little guys out here, these, like for example, Leo right here, or this child right here, they're going to distract them. In fact, let me see if I can catch this on recording real quick. There's also one or two other people here doing the same thing as me, actually. So yeah, here we go. Leo is now crying. This wealthy citizen gets distracted by it, checks on the child, and boom, we click once, pickpocket. And yeah, we're just racking up the GP in our inventory, the coin pouches as well, and occasionally we'll get the house keys, in which we already have 18 right now. We also have a whole bunch sitting in our bank, and when we're paying a little bit more attention, we're going to start burglarizing some of the houses, actually. All right. With that said, let's continue doing our thing over here. Oh, and let's make sure to have our POV at the correct location here. I'm going to reply to a YouTube comment real quick. Someone just told me that I have a, or the direct quote, "You have such a commentary voice." You know, I've been told that a few times. And I mean, to be fair, whenever I do record any YouTube clips, I do kind of switch into like this different. I don't know if we would call it a different voice, but I mean, you can tell with any of the streamers that also record YouTube clips while they're live. I think Mr. Mammal's a good one. Like he has that YouTube voice, as I think like people call it. I'm looking the wrong way. Okay, you know, at some point we're gonna start using these spider teleports. Maybe sooner than later. I probably have a decent stack of those sitting in the bank. If anybody's just tuning into the channel, maybe for the first time, or just didn't realize, we currently are multi-streaming on both Twitch and YouTube. The experience, I'd like to say, is mostly the same. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not too sure, but, you know, I'm allowed to multi-stream. I am a Twitch affiliate, and I'm also in the YouTube partner program, so both things work out for me. Alright, anyways, enough yapping. Back to the boss, second trip. Honestly, that was a very first good, dude, what am I saying? Very good first trip. Also, do let me know if you guys want to see the little POV in, like, maybe next to the inventory near the bottom of the screen for what I'm doing on the other account. It's not the most engaging content there. Obviously, our Araxor right here is our main focus, but I am currently multi-logged. So, you know, I just wanted to double check on the other account that I'm actually wearing the full Rogues outfit. I am, so that's good. It'd be unfortunate if I wasn't. I think it's like a whole set effect. So if you're not wearing one piece, like, it's not gonna work at all. This is the first big boy Araxite task where we actually gone recently, so whether we get a drop or not, I'm pretty excited to do this boss finally after so long. Obviously, hopefully, I do hope I get a drop, but in general, pretty excited to do this boss. I'm having a good time here. And obviously, having a scythe to farm this boss makes a huge difference. Oh! Oh, what the? Oh, I couldn't step back there, huh? Alright, that was the first messy KC in a little bit, honestly. But it's been going pretty well so far in general. $950 KC. We're gonna reach 1100 on the dot, actually. The numbers have lined up to spot our exact finishing KC. We just finished up 950 kill count, and we got 150 left on task. So as long as I can do some basic math here, we're actually going to finish this task on precisely KC 1100. Nice clean number. Too busy yapping here, and I didn't set up the boss in its proper location. We'll do that now. Yeah, we need the rearrange pot there. Ouch. That was a little bit of awkward timing. It entered in rage phase before the red spider was even hatching, so. We're gonna have to resummon our thrall and actually re-super combat as well. So when it's the green egg, it's pretty important that I do line up the boss right here. That way, the huge projectile attack it's gonna launch is still gonna launch into the corner, and then I can just safely dodge like so. And then step back into this location without the acid pools ragging my tiles. We can just camp out right here until the white egg spawns, like so. Make sure we have death charge. We're gonna ballista that. And then right here, actually, it's probably gonna do one more of the projectile attack, if I'm not mistaken. There it is. And then we can move over to the other side right here. And we can camp out right here until the red spider spawns. Or if we enter in rage phase, which actually looks like it's about to do the exact... at the exact same time, which actually works out very well right there. I'm able to lure the red spider onto the boss itself. And I'm able to dodge these poison, these acid pools. Very clean KC there, actually. Not the quickest, but honestly took minimal damage. Didn't exactly need to resummon my thrall there, but it's almost like a habit to do so at the start of a fight to summon a thrall. Okay, so we have a different rotation this time. This time the red spider is first. Right now we have it safe spotted, but as soon as it does its special attack right there, I'm going to step under to avoid the acid while also swinging our scythe. Lure the red spider over, and it pops the second one, the green one. And then we can make our way to the corner again. We're going to surge pot as well. Honestly, probably wasn't doing that quick enough. I think the DPS is honestly a little lacking on this. Huge claws back, max even. Holy, alright. If we lock in here, we can safely do another KC. If we get a supply drop like we just did, that definitely helps. Oops, may have moved too early there. I am using Oathplate and Scythe on Slash right now, which is actually not as good DPS as my one Inquisitor's piece and Torva combination. I have the Inquisitor's top. But wearing Oathplate does enable me to have better accuracy on my Dragon Claws, which is nice. And as you saw right there, the Dragon Claws actually do a whole ton of damage. Alright, let's bank, resupply ourselves, and back we go. Wow, we've made 40,000 GP already on the other account. You have a sneaking suspicion that you would have received an easy clue. You know, if what I really should be doing is I should be doing the easy clues that I keep getting, even if it's on the other account on 416 Hero, because I do need a ham joint, but I don't know, like right now I'm purposely at Varlamore Thieving because of its low intensity. I can do it on the side while I'm doing the Raxor. So yeah, I kind of don't really want to be running around doing easy clues right now, or any clues for that matter, so I don't know, a little unfortunate, I guess. But you know what? I know the best way, or one of the best ways to farm easy clues is pickpocketing ham members, and I just really don't want to do that. But considering I get easy clues from AFK thieving here, this might be something I do if, you know, I really want to start going for the ham joint. Oh, I didn't resupply on my Divine Combat pot here, so only working off of a 2-dose. Our trip might end sooner than we want because of that. I thought I did, but I guess not. Does the noxious halberd piece even exist? Oh, I did it again. I dragged it too far over, huh? I guess I can fix it by doing this. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I feel like a Raxor is just the right level of engagement without, like, the boss being incredibly difficult. Ooh! That could have been bad. I wonder if the boss can actually, or the red spiders can actually one-shot me if I'm, like, directly on top of them. Not actually sure how much damage they do. I think when I'm about 3 tiles away, it actually does 7 to me. Okay, I actually goofed a little bit there, and that's okay. I think. Wait, our DPS is actually insane right now. Eat back up. We'll pick up that wild pie as well. Thank you very much. Stand back in the corner here to get us to target over here. Very nice. Now we might proc enrage phase before. Ouch. Yeah, it's a little awkward timing when that happens, huh? I'm not really sure what to do there. White egg should hatch soon. After the side swing, perhaps? Yep, there we go. Beautiful. And then the special attack. Well, that was an interesting maneuver. We avoided damage. Racking up the KC. That's another KC. We can probably squeeze in one more. The Divine Super Combat might expire near the end here. But yeah, we'll squeeze out one more KC for the trip. That was a 102, relatively quick. Yeah, so right there we were 3 tiles away and we got hit a 7, so we got to be at least 4 tiles away, I suppose. So like a 3 tile gap, I should say. That felt pretty quick because that third egg didn't even hatch. 104, yep. All right, that's the last. Yeah, I was looking at my inventory. I'm like, we still have food and prayer, but I mean, that's last because of our lack of a divine pot right there. Even though this is just side content right now, I thought I should update you guys on the exact thieving starting position we're at right now. We're 76 thieving, and we've done about 37k EXP gained already within this session. 47k to go until 77. I don't really have an end goal with this right now. I guess we're just skilling just to skill and get our total levels up. I don't know. I'm a little lost on this account right now, to be honest. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily burned out on it, but we have played on this account quite frequently over the course of the last few months, and I just think it's time to refocus onto our maxed account, which actually, you know, depending on when this video comes out, it might no longer be technically maxed because sailing could be out. Who knows? Sailing could be out, and we're no longer maxed when this recorded video I do comes out. I wonder if I'm actually going to have a use for these wild pies. Like, I'm not really using them. And even if I was, I'm actually bringing more back into the bank more times than not. Oh, messed up there. I think we can still get it over to the green egg. We do. Fantastic. I think I am going to start over here on this side then for when it does the special. That way we have a bunch of tiles to just walk out the acid like so. Very nice. All works out. Oh, we forgot the surge pot, huh? I really need to make it a point to use that as soon as possible. Because, you know, there is a 5-minute timer in between dosages. You can dismantle the staves. Pro what? Honestly, I don't know what the issue is. I mean, you get a ton of demon tears, you really do. Unless you're like just giga spooning every item, I guess. I don't know. Like by the time I was done with my Mocha grind, I had a natural like over 40,000 charges in my Eye of Ayak, and then on top of that, I had like over 100. You know what? I can probably look in the loot tracker right now. Okay, right there, I went to click on a wealthy citizen, and I tanked some damage. You know, let me just scroll a little bit down. Oh my god, I'm taking a lot of damage. You know, this is why, you know, this is what happens when you like try to multitask sometimes. Wow, it's been a while. I've actually hit a fair few things since Mocha. Yeah, as in a loot tracker in 265 claims, which is not even all my claims, because the loot tracker was not working with the boss in the first couple of days of release. I've gone 152,000 demon tears. Again, this is on top of the 40-something thousand that has been naturally charging in my Ayak. 10k is like a drop of water. Honestly, if you ask me, all the things are super cheap to charge. Like 12k for the boots, 10k for the cloth, um, and the Eye of Ayak quite literally recharges itself at the boss. So like, it's not even expensive. And then you don't even have to do the boss. Like, I haven't tried it out yet, but I imagine it's very slow. But I mean, it's AFK. You can chop those things right outside the boss for demon tears. I may have been death charging with my spec at 100. I thought we were in enrage phase. We're doing a lack of damage here. How did we end up all the way over here? Another KC. Six Araxite Venom Sacs. These Venom Sacs remind me, it just occurred to me actually that I may be doing the regular Araxites as a Slayer task, even though I now have my Imbued Heart. I suppose that would be a good time, one, to get dupe Arania boots so that I have one for each account, and two, a good time to get the Araxite Venom Sacs. And then I suppose the Eternal Gem could be passively got in that sense. I say this because the other day we had a conversation, and I was like, I'm not sure I'm ever going to get an Eternal Gem now, because most of my Slayer, if not all of my Slayer grinds, are going to be on bosses now, I suppose. You know, the claw spec does so much damage. So much damage. Oh, just like that, we've been live for about an hour already. Not bad. Oh, I was not paying attention there. Oops. Yeah, you know, if I mess up like that, I might as well just do this. Guess I have not been using my spec, because how am I at 100 spec? Also, I guess I typically don't depth charge off of that green one, so a little extra spec there early. You know, pickpocketing wealthy citizens might just be the activity I do when it's like towards the end of the night and like I'm not ready to go to bed yet, but I just want to like chill online. That's probably the peak time to do some wealthy citizens on this account and get myself some easy clues. If I do that every now and then, I should get the ham joint relatively quickly without having to spam click ham members. That's probably gonna be the move. Oh, I only walked it out. This might just be a bank angle, honestly. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna bank here. This is not a very clean trip. It is what it is. We'll re-up on our range pot as well. Where am I pathing to? Oh, 194k EXP for the giant squirrel. Over the last few days, there's been some massive spoonage on the pets in this clan. You know, this started out really strong, but as per usual, once we get into the enrage phase, like, dude, what are these side swings? It's unfortunate, you know? Does it actually have different stats during the enrage phase? Ow. Alrighty. Alright, I got a little distracted. I was kind of just memeing in the Discord. What do we get? We let this marinate for a little bit. 250 death runes. That's it. Yeah, I'm just doing like a running meme, a running gag now, where anytime like anybody accomplishes anything in like good gear that they very rightfully earned. For example, I have a clanmate that just got a sub 1 hour Inferno, which is very impressive, you know? Like, there's still a huge, like, significant player base that does not even have an Inferno game, much less do, like, a speedy sub 1 hour Inferno game. But I'm memeing because people have been saying, dude, you have 4 bill gear? That's not even impressive, like, whenever, like, I post anything, right? Yeah, now I'm just carrying on, and I'm just making fun of it. Ugh. Oh my god, a 19? How did I manage to dodge into the acid? Uh-oh. Panic. Speaking of the Inferno, we actually have a stored task right now. And I think whenever I can be bothered, I do have a few combat achievements to go for. Another KC. Dragon maces, huh? Dragon maces. Stand back over here. Yeah, honestly, 56k thieving EXP an hour where I only have to click, like, what, once every... Maybe, like, twice every, like, minute, if not longer, cooldown than that? Like, dude, I will take it. I hate thieving. That's probably the last kill of the trip. Thank you very much. I thought I teleported out. What the heck? Guess not. I think it'd be very easy to just get all the way to 99 thieving doing this method only. The EXP rates are improved when you actually start doing the house portion of it, but that is also very low intensity, but not quite as crazy as the pickpocketing keys portion of it. But, you know, if I'm actively playing this account and only doing thieving on the side, the pickpocketing wealthy citizens portion of the... I don't know if you would call this a minigame, but this activity, I guess, is definitely the move. Alrighty, let's pot our anti-venom, because we instantly got poisoned already. Or venomed. Dragon Claws, Thrall and Death Charge. Double Claw and will also instantly Surge Pot. Hide from the green one. We're actually going to have to re-range pot so that we can one-shot the Mirrorback Araxite in a second here. And now that we've dealt with that, we stand back over here to bait the Araxite attack into the corner. Alright, it doesn't even happen. We're DPSing hard right now. We're in the Enrage phase already. Make our way over here. That seems relatively quick. 111. Not as quick as I thought. But I think it also depends on the rotations. I guess it makes sense that was not as quick as I thought because the red spider that does do significant damage to the boss was the third egg. I think it would have to be either the first or second egg, like right now. Like this would probably be one of the speedier rotations. But of course everything is not lining up as we don't have any spec for this one. Whereas we used, I think, 3 claw specs on that entry KC right there. What the heck? Oh, some weird pathing right there. I don't really know what happened. That's strange. Ooh, okay. Decent, decent. 108, yeah. Oh, give me that shark. Thank you very much. Alright. DPS is not quite there this time around, so I am going to get rid of the mirror back. I'll take that shark before it despawns. Oh, don't have my Rancor on. If anybody's just tuning in right now, we're quite obviously at a Raxor. We're after some noxious halberd pieces at this point in time. Despite being at 975 KC, we, for some reason, only have one noxious halberd piece. And also, for another weird reason, it's been a long time since we've actually been able to get ourselves an Araxite task. It's not like we haven't been doing Slayer, but for some reason, this task has just eluded us for a very long time. Even going back to when we were doing our Imbued Heart grind, we just couldn't get our hands on an Araxite task. So this is the first task in a long while. Beforehand, we did chip away at the Araxite or Araxor KCs just by getting Spider's tasks from Aya. But yeah, this is the first real task that we're doing, and I guess we're just about halfway through now. Oddly satisfying. By the time we finish this task, we're going to be at exactly 1,100 KC. And hopefully by then, we'll pick up at least one more Noxious Halberd piece. I don't even know when I got my first Noxious Halberd piece. It was definitely along the way whenever I went for the Araxite Fang. This was like back when Araxor was first released, which, you know, I'm really not sure how long Araxor has been out. Probably at least a year, right? I'd have to imagine. But yeah, it's been so long since I did Araxor that when I picked up this task, or when I picked up the Spider's task and decided to start doing Araxor again, I kind of had to relearn the boss. But luckily, you know, Slayer bosses usually aren't too complicated. In fact, this is probably the most complicated Slayer boss if we're really thinking about it. And the only thing really complicated about this is the spider eggs, and depending on the rotation, I guess there's like one extra special attack, but yeah, in general, just pray melee, right? Oh! I swore I clicked there, but I did not. I'm gonna step back over here. There's more room to work with over here. I neglected to check what our starting KC today was, but I guess we've been doing this for a little over an hour. I was online to do my farming contract and just like typical Ironman things, so it's not like we've done a full 1 hour and 20. I just ballisted the boss instead of the mirrorback. Oops. But yeah, the majority of the time spent online today so far has been Araxor, but not entirely. But let me finish my point. We've also gained 70,000 thieving EXP on our other account in the meantime, so that's 70,000 more thieving EXP than we otherwise would have got, because we definitely wouldn't have been spending our time actively thieving or anything like that at the moment. Here we are in enrage phase. Let's dump a Dragon Claw spec. You know what? Our Thralls nor Death Charge are going right now, so we gotta get those going again. You know, back on release of Araxor, Death Charge did not actually work on the boss for some reason. I don't know how long it took them to fix that. It could have been like shortly afterwards, but like I said, I didn't really do much Araxor after the initial release. I want to say I got my Araxite Fang in like somewhere in the 700s of KC. I don't know. I'm not really too sure. Memory's a little hazy on that as it was so long ago. But it definitely took me a fair bit. Oh, Mirrorback has spawned. Deal with that and then step back over here. Oh my god, our claws hit a 2? What is going on here? Is this real life? That was unbelievable. A spirit seed. That's the first one in a little while. These things have to be pretty rare. In fact, that might be the first in this entire task, honestly. Oh, that's our first at this entire boss. I don't want to know. Just got ourselves a spirit seed on the last KC, and I didn't think too much of it. You know, I was like, that's a little interesting. I don't think I've seen one this task. And then I glance over at my loot tracker, and that's our first one ever at Araxor. So this has got to be incredibly rare. So the game is doing a little bit of trolling. I'm doing a little bit of trolling as I've taken so much damage right now. Holy. Also, that surge potion may have been a little bit of a waste. I'm going to eat here because I was one mistake away from planking, and it would be an absolute shame to plank at Araxor. Especially after how I explained that Slayer bosses are actually incredibly easy. Oh, we're not even in enrage phase yet. Where is our DPS? Holy. This is looking like a bank angle after this, Casey. Alright, what's our loot? KC 980, 2 ruined kite shields. Let's get out of here. Get ourselves a new surge potion. We are just rocking 3 dose surge potions. It's not like we really need the 4th one. Our trips don't last that long. 120 to go. I'd say we've done a decent amount of damage to the Slayer task so far today. Honestly, I'm hoping to just wrap this up today, but I don't know. Or we're gonna have to rearrange pot. Didn't one-shot that mirror back right there, and we're supposed to. Huh. Okay. I was late on that death charge. Just a few KCs later on a new trip, we get our first papaya tree seed. Oh man, I don't even know what part of the drop table we're rolling now. I don't even know what to say. But where are the noxious halberd pieces? Oops. You know, a little random, but recently the Battlefield 6 open beta was out, so I was playing that with my friends. And currently, the open beta window is closed until this coming weekend again. And I kind of have an itch to play it right now. Like, man, is this going to be a game that I might have to consider getting? I don't know. Honestly, these days I haven't really played anything but RuneScape. So I don't know. Step back. Big side swing. Rune plate legs again, so we already have those in a stack. Very convenient. Man, these Twitch spam bots and stuff that get through the filter, like I kind of want to disable. I want to disable like the Twitch chat overlay on the screen because of that. Honestly, it's quite annoying. Oh my goodness, what the? Honestly, well, I didn't realize the boss was this low already. Holy. That was a 56-second Araxor. Holy. New PB. Just snagged yet another new PB here at Araxor on the previous KC. 56 seconds, so I think beating out the previous one by about 2 seconds. Just came out of nowhere, honestly. Some more teleports. I've not used a single one of these recently, I'm not gonna lie, just stacking them up. It's weird, like when it comes to these things where you know you're not gonna get a whole lot of, I get very reluctant to use them. And like it does absolutely nothing just sitting in my bank, but then I don't know, it's just because I have such a limited amount of them, I don't want to use them. So it's like in, well, what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's just like in purgatory in a sense. I don't know if that's like the best way of putting it, but like I'm neither gonna use them. Like I'm not using them because they're limited, and I don't know. Oh, we didn't surge pot. What did we get there? Venom Sacs. Okay. Oh, we're supposed to be moving. just finished up that Araxor KC, but in the middle of it, we just got 77 thieving. Let's switch over the POV real quick over there. There we go. Do we unlock anything at this level? Apparently not. Or maybe it just skipped the dialogue. I don't know. 77 doesn't seem very important, to be honest. Back over on wait for it. What do we get? Spider cave teleports. We're rich. Those things are like over 30k a pop. Low on prayer here, but a ton of food. We should be able to snag another KC though. Huge claw. Oops. Now we can search pot right there to give ourselves a claw spec for the enrage phase. Alrighty. Just as we ran out of prayer, a U seed. Okay, we've gotten a few of those, so nothing too crazy on that one. Get a little scared now whenever I see a seed drop, you know. But U trees or U seeds and magic seeds are not incredibly rare. But this papaya that we just banked, yeah, that evidently is pretty rare. Oh man, we are low on prayer pots again. Oh man, we've been down bad for a while, or like at least we're constantly down bad. We never make enough to last us a while, it seems. At some point, we're just gonna have to like make, I don't know, like 1,000 prayer potions or something. But also, depending on the content we're doing, 1,000 might not even be that much, honestly. 1-1-1 to go. I greeted for that side swing there. I probably should have moved first. Dragon Mace on the ground. Give me that. Okay, I think it just started raining in my area, which, hopefully the weather isn't too poor and we don't randomly disconnect. This bad boy is 1 HP. In fact, it was a Thrall KO. I was going to say I was just going to ignore that mirror back since the boss was already so low. A Rune Battle Axe. What is going on? We just pulled a Rune Battle Axe. First ever from Araxor as well. I suppose that is a rare drop table drop, though. That does seem kind of familiar. I got caught out there. I was clicking on the wealthy citizen. That was just unfortunate timing. $21? Ouch. Huge swings during enrage phase there. Huge claw. Feels fast. 104. That's nothing crazy. Fast for sure. Two rune kite shields. You know, it's raining pretty hard right now. I wonder if my mic is picking up the rain sounds whenever I speak. Got a tiny bit of coffee left in my cup. Finish that out. A 106. 21 sharks. Oh my god. That's gotta be quick, right? 102. Those claw specs were nasty. Okay, I don't really care about the wild pause. I'd actually prefer that one dose super combat. I can't believe we have 149 million strength DXP. I think a lot of it was from Tob, honestly. And obviously Chambers. But Tob more so because Tob is almost a fully melee raid. Oh, ow. That hurt. You know what? Those wild pies I didn't want earlier, give me those. Oh, man. I was really going for the DPS there. I was like, surely I just finished the boss off. Varlamore Thieving is OP. I've gone 100k Thieving EXP that I 100% otherwise wouldn't have gone for like barely any extra effort, honestly. It's like zero time in a sense. I think I have found the strat for me to reach 99 Thieving just very casually on that account. That was unfortunate right there. I clicked on the... Oh my god, another max call. I clicked on the, like, the leg there. That kind of sticks out a bit. Ooh, a supply drop. Nice. We're at a surge pot, though. Holy, this has been a long trip, considering we're actually out of the surge potions. Somehow managed to misclick the prayer potion there. Okay, I just resummoned my thrall with like 30 seconds left to go. That was a complete waste. Working on KC 1000 right now. You know, surely we get a good drop here on a nice clean number, right? Just so things work out. Currently working on KC 1000. We're sitting a little low, but can't speak. We're currently working on KC 1000 right now. In the enrage phase, I'm trying to talk and not die at the same time. It's looking a little sketchy at the moment, I'm not gonna lie. But, okay, we have things under control now. One more scythe swing, ideally. Alright, we just hit a 0. Our thrall quite literally did more damage than us. Classic. There we go. KC 1000. And we got 2 ruined plate legs. I guess I'll actually TP out. Alrighty. That that was crazy right there. Imagine I just playing like here I am trying to record a YouTube clip. It's like, yeah, guys, you know, we made it to 1000. Boom, plank. It's like we'll now cut the commercial break. Be right back. You guys think that jingle? You know what I'm talking about? That jingle that's like that they use in cartoons. Like, you think that's like copyrighted? Or like even like the record scratch sound effect. It's like you're probably wondering how I got in this position. All right, KC 1000, 100 left on task. What time is it right now? We'll probably do a couple of more trips. I wonder how long a trip is typically. Like maybe like 10 minutes. We did have a relatively long one just now that was probably like closer to 20, honestly. I think we just happened to get a lot of supply drops and a lot of quick KCs. It's 14 health. 24 Mortmire fungus. That doesn't fit my agenda. When we're swinging into enrage phase, perfect. Oh, why do I do that? Like, I know it's like a little like row at 3, and you have to run a tile. I find myself just like walking a tile for some reason. Okay, I forgot to pray rigor there. 24 million Slayer EXP. Yeah, I guess the full Araxite task would take up the bulk of your day, huh? Because at the moment, it's looking like this grind is probably going to be split into like 3 different days, it seems like. Huh. Well, I kind of mistimed that, unfortunately. One singular U-seed. Don't think the DPS is quite there on this one. Oh, big swing. Followed by a big swing. Followed by a huge claw, in which I swear I moved, but evidently I did not. That was a quick enrage phase. Could be a pretty decent time here. A 104 at KC 1004. Mildly interesting. KC 1004. Our fight duration was 1 minute and 4. And we got ourselves some Araxite Venom Sacs. Not very interesting drop though. Where did our food go? There's the food. Wow, very convenient. Very, very convenient right there. 3 sharks. I don't think it always comes in like a drop of 3 either, so I think we got lucky on that. I could be wrong though. I think sometimes it might be like a singular shark. That was definitely one of those like ask and you shall receive moments there. More Araxite venom sacs. Yeah, it feels like we didn't even like hit 77th teething that long ago, but we're already 20% of the way in. Feels good, man. There goes the max claw. Yeah, when we string together a couple like I mean we had the 126 right there, but the other ones were all like sub 110. Like we get pretty decent amount of KCs in a trip. Also, we got that supply drop, which massively helps. Could probably squeeze in another KC. Oh my, okay, the trip might be extended. Another food drop, another supply drop. remember to run to the corner there at the last second. $1,009. Open up with the claw spec. This is probably going to be the last. I don't know why I just resummoned throw there. This is probably going to be last kill of the trip. Our prayer is a little low, actually. Okay, kind of a waste of a divine there, unfortunately. Oh, dude, we have no... Yeah, no prayer left. Um, let's do one more trip. One last trip. One last trip. Terrible pathing. Alright, here we go. Surely a noxious halberd piece. Surely, right? Pretty speedy. 105. Oh, oh, huge side swing. Scythe went absolutely nuclear, though. A clean 1 minute KC. Actually wasted a Corombon there. It was 95 health. 4 HP Corombon. World's smallest claw. Holy. Considering the amount of max claws we hit here, seeing that right there, disappointing. I done goofed. $250 death runes. Apparently, the Noxious Halberd pieces just simply don't exist for us, which is quite unfortunate. Well, that's not my ballista. That hurt. Okay, I knew that was going to happen. Should have waited. Humble 0, though. Alright, I ignored the mirror back there and just took a little bit of extra damage. Oh well. I just was too lazy to deal with it there, honestly. Got distracted. Perhaps one more, Casey. Surely you'll be fine. Okay, final KC for now, 1018. We got 82 left on task. What did we get there? 2 rune kite shields. All right, let's get out of here. We've made good progress so far. Just today, 135k Slayer EXP. Araxor is just crazy good EXP. And honestly, I think from this point on, post Araxor, every new Slayer encounter just gives a lot of EXP in general. It's kind of crazy. Actually, not even specific to Slayer. I just think new content. Let me record that. Actually, correction, I don't even think it's Slayer specific. In general, everything is just so much EXP. For example, in our recent Mocha grind, we gained an incredible amount of range EXP. I think like over 18 million or something ridiculous like that. Alright guys, I am gonna call it here for now. Uh a little bit shorter on the shorter side, 2.5 hour stream just over. I would like to reach like 3, 4 typically, but I guess I did kind of start the stream kind of late today, and I do want to get off to do some other things at the moment. So yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Thank you guys for tuning in as usual. Take it easy. Have a good one. And I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.